There are a lot of people in this world. Oh. There are a lot of classes of people. As there are classes of foods, there are classes of people. Some people love to see you over explain yourself so they can validate you, so they can give you that assurance that you so sick. While some people find it very irritating and find it so like, why are you over explaining yourself? You've made a decision, stick by it. And that is how it should be. At least for someone who for an adult, yeah. Children can over explain themselves because you need to know why they're doing the things that they're doing. You need to know so you can guide them, you can advise them, you can know what to do with them. But if you're grown and you're old enough to make decisions yourself, you have to outgrow the need to over explain yourself to people. Over explaining does not solve your problems because even if you over explain, you're still going to do what you want to do. You're just over explaining because you are looking for validation. You are seeking for approval or acceptance unknowingly. This is from your childhood trauma. I know you don't people will not say I bring trauma into everything, but it is that's what it is. Because what else will make you to over explain yourself so bad that someone even has to call it out? It sounds harsh, but it's the reality. If you're around your peers, your close friends, over explaining can seem normal. Maybe you're just trying to explain to them the situation so they can like try to understand you. Yeah. But what if you then get you so used to that and you find yourself in a completely different space and now you're unable to make decisions because you're used to over explaining to you. The person sees your point of view and then the person agrees with you. Because that's what some people do. They over explain until you have no choice than to even understand where they are coming from. And then you validate them. Immediately you validate them, you give them the assurance, the approval. Yes, they are now assured, and then they can do what they want to do. What if you find yourself in a place where there's no one to over explain to? Then what are you going to do? That's how you find yourself being stuck. You find yourself being anxious, being tense because you don't know if the decision you are taking is the right decision because you don't have the opportunity to over explain or to like to say things so much that someone can say, okay, yes, validates you or give you assurance. What if you have to make a decision at the heat of the moment? What if you're now in a position where you have to do something right now? There is no time for over explaining. Can't you? You have to learn how to trust your instincts. You have to learn how to trust that you are making the right decision. That means you have to trust yourself. This thing can't just change in one day. If you're someone who over explains, you can't just stop over explaining. You have to start by trusting yourself. Once you trust yourself, trust that yes, you know what is best for you and you know the best decision to make in a situation. Once you trust that, then you can now start trusting your actions, trusting your decision. If something happens, you make a decision, you be like, okay, yes, this is the right decision, and you stick with it. You don't go about looking for how you over explain. Okay, I made this choice because blah, 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 blah. You will talk until they come and see how and they will now understand your thought process on how you made that decision. That is not necessary. Trust that you made the right decision and stand by it. Even if it is not the right decision you made, you will take responsibility for it. Why? Because you are a grown adult. And then you learn from it. That is how you now try to learn. And then you learn your decision making style. You learn and then you upgrade. Next time you know you that is how you grow. Because honestly, you won't have the you will not always have the opportunity to be around people who you can over explain to, people that can validate you, people that will assure you. You won't always have that opportunity. So you need to learn how to make decisions by yourself and then you stand by it. And then boundaries is very important because over explaining is a sign that you lack boundaries. Because what is giving you the effrontery is not the word, but like what's giving you the effrontery? I'm sure that's not the word. To think that I want to listen to your over explanation. Okay, we're having a discussion and you said something. Okay, fine, you said it. I should assume that okay, you said it because you're sure and then you have made a decision for yourself. Why are you over explaining? Like, and now it would be rude of me to tell you that I don't want to listen to what you're saying anymore. Okay, it's fine. I can't tell you that. So I just have to listen to all you have to say. This is an example. Oh. You have to learn boundaries. Learn boundaries. And no, people talk about boundaries. You're always talking about you setting boundaries against other people. What about against your own self towards other people? Learn boundaries, okay? So you don't go about over explaining to people that don't want to listen to you, but you just have to stomach your words, stomach you. Now it's not start it's not be a situation of tolerance. They have to tolerate before you know that you are just one person and they already know what's coming when you start to speak. Learn boundaries, okay? Once you've learned boundaries, once what is the first thing I said? You learn yourself, you learn boundaries, and then you trust yourself. That's also part of learning yourself. And the last thing that you have to do to stop over explaining yourself is to actually stop talking too much. You have made a decision, full stop. Can't you stop at the full stop? Do you have to say more? Do you need so much validation? You have to develop self confidence. You have to be confident in yourself and confident in your actions and confident that you made the right choice. Over explaining is a sign of lack of confidence. You're not only not confident in yourself, you're also not confident in the action. You're also not confident in the choice that you are making. That is a very glaring sign of not being a confident person. Because if you're confident, you make a decision and you know you stand by it. You confidently just say what you are, say the decision you've made, and that is it. Even if you're not sure, just the fact that you're not over explaining is already a sign of confidence. Do you get? So over explaining now is not an opposite of it. You can just understand it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So with this full point of mind, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you should stop over explaining yourself to people, to the internet, to friends, to family, to business colleagues, in all aspects of your life. Learn how to stop over explaining because you are unknowingly, subconsciously seeking validation, seeking approval, seeking acceptance. And to you, you're over explaining. To other people, this is what they see. They see you seeking validation. They see you wanting to be accepted. They see you wanting to be heard. They see you wanting they see you wanting assurance. Even if you are a kind of person that you're just over explaining because you think that you're just over explaining because you want to, or you just want people to see where you're coming from. It is not necessary, I promise you. It used to be necessary when you were a lot younger and you needed guidance, but now you don't. You have to grow up and move on from that kind of character traits. Okay? Just drop it. Just drop it. You're past that. I know that the fact that you have a lot to over explain means you have made the right decision. Okay, this should comfort you in some type of way. The fact that you have a lot of points to over explain, that means you have already thought about what you have decided on. And you should just believe that you have made the right choice and hold on to it. Don't over explain, please. I'm not saying that you should not seek guidance when necessary. I'm not saying you should just go and making decisions that are not like stupid decisions. No, 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 no. You should understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. And yeah, just because I'm saying stop over explain, that doesn't mean you stop over explaining completely. Use your discernment. There are some things that you actually have to over explain so you don't gonna be making foolish decisions. There are things that you should know. Use your discernment in things like this. It's not everything that you can be over explaining. Some things you actually have to speak to someone about it. And when I mean speak to someone, I mean like now, speak, converse with them, like ask them what do you think? Like ask for feedback. Like, let it be like a conversation, not like let it be in a way that you are trying to, you know, give them an opportunity to also have their own opinion. Do you get not over explaining yours? Do you understand? You're not imposing your own idea, your own choice on them. You are giving them room to give theirs. So now it's like two adults trying to, exchange ideas. Now that kind of over explaining is necessary because it creates a room for growth and communication, exchanging of ideas and stuff like that. That is allowed. That is necessary, in fact, for growth and team. We like call it team bonding. There's a word for it. I can't find it right now. So that's not what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, and that is what you need to stop. Okay, I trust you, so trust yourself and make the right decision without over explaining for no reason. Okay, you got this. Thank you, and God bless you. See you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And share to anyone who needs to listen to it. You can see we're just, having a conversation, no pressure. So they won't feel some type of way. Just send it to them and they'll thank you later. Okay? Bye.